Hey Barberton, this is Mayor William Judge with this week's question and answer session. All right, jumping right into the questions here. First question is, what is being done about 4th Street paving downtown? So that project is not complete yet. It may appear to be complete. They have to bring up all of the utilities up to ground level. So if you see a hole in the ground, there may be a water shutoff valve or a monument or some type of utility shutoff or apparatus that they have to bring up to street level. So they will continue to work on that. And then the project does not get completed for about a year because we do some inspections, we do a punch list, we review the project, and then there's typically a year warranty on the asphalt and the construction there. So it's not complete yet. They're still going to be working on it here in the near future, so it's not done yet. Some other questions here. Question about mosquito abatement district. Can we have more spraying up around the presidential streets over on the east side of town? The city of Barberton does not run the mosquito abatement district, MAD, mosquito abatement district. They do take care of Barberton and Norton. Their phone number is 330-848-2623. I would contact them. They do GPS their trucks. They do a great job of getting information out, and they're more than willing to talk to you about how they spray, where they spray, what time they spray, what their spray is made up of. Contact them. I'm going to reach out to them as well. But if you have any questions or concerns, please reach out to them. Again, Mosquito Abatement District, which covers the city of Barberton and the city of Norton. Phone number 330-848-2623. Again, this is not a city of Barberton department, but a separate organization. Next question. Former Mayor Bob Jeanette attended council meeting with some concerns on unlicensed vehicles. Has his concerns been addressed? Yes. He came in a few weeks ago on a Monday. We addressed those concerns right away. The vehicles were taken care of. They were cited. They were either moved or the license was gotten by the owner. There are other property maintenance questions that he had. Most of those were already being worked on by our code enforcers, and we continue to work on those, or they have already been cleaned up and taken care of. So, next question. Does the city have any information about the Barberton Gazette? So if you haven't heard, the city of Barberton is going to have a new newspaper coming to town called the Barberton Gazette. It's my understanding that they will start here in August, so just a few weeks from now. They will spotlight Barberton and Norton, and again, the Barberton Gazette will be reaching out here starting in August. So very excited about that. Just another way for us to get more information on the great projects and programs that we have going on here in the city of Barberton. A lot of infrastructure projects, a lot of road resurfacing is starting this year, and it's going to continue for the next couple years. Very, very excited about all the projects that are going on, and the Barberton Gazette will be a big part of getting that information out to you. Next question is concerning the oil spill in the Tuscarawas River. So there's an oil spill in the Tuscarawas River. The city of Barberton did not cause this spill. The city of Barberton has been working hand in hand with the Ohio Department of Natural Resources, the Ohio EPA, the Metro Parks, Noble Oil, who is caused the spill, but also the environmental company and a lot of other organizations. So this does not affect our drinking water. This is south of town, where the drinking water reservoir is north of town. So we've been working very closely with them. They've set up the booms. They feel very confident about how the process is going. The Ohio EPA takes the lead on investigations like this, and they are running that. Our fire department and other departments have been involved. We've been on site numerous times since this started, and I always kept in contact with the EPA, ODNR, Noble Oil, and the environmental company that's cleaning it up. So they are going to stay as long as it takes to clean up. Animals that have been affected by this have been captured and taken to rescue areas to be treated and cleaned. I truly ask that you let the professionals do what their job is. They're paid for this, they're trained for this, and this is their profession. But if you do see animals that have been affected by the oil spill, please reach out to the Ohio Department of Natural Resources, Division of Wildlife. Their phone number is 1-800-945-3543. Again, Ohio Department of Natural Resources, Division of Wildlife, 1-800-945-3543. If you see animals that are in distress, that need help, that may have been affected by the oil spill, please contact them. They will be out right away to try to capture the animal, send it out to be cleaned and treated, and they're working around the clock on this. So we've been out numerous times and keeping everyone informed as much as possible as everything changes. So check back with us as we continue to give updates on that. Next question, when will they start flushing fire hydrants? As you may know, on an annual basis, we flush fire hydrants in town. Every community does this. We started several months ago, and we have already flushed over 1,000 fire hydrants. So it's already started. I don't know the person who sent this question in. I'm not sure where they live. Feel free to reach out to me, and we can find out where you live and what fire hydrants in your area have been flushed or will be flushed and what that time frame looks like. My email is mayor@cityofbarberton.com, or I can be reached at 330-848-6719. Next question, when will you actually enforce the no parking on city streets during street sweeping nights? Actually, we have been enforcing this. We did give out warnings when the street sweeper was broken and being repaired. It's not fair to cite people with no parking tickets if the street is not being swept. So we gave out warnings. The street sweeper has been back in the last couple weeks. We did cite 11 cars last week, and since we started this year, over 120 citations have been given out for vehicles parked in the road during street sweeping night. So we have been enforcing that. If you're not sure when your area of town is under the street sweeping and what night that is, please contact my office so we can let you know on that. All right. Next question, again about code enforcement. Please contact me. I'm not sure the person who submitted this question where they live. We have code enforcers out every day. They deal with everything from high grass to unlicensed vehicles to housing rehab issues, and we have programs to help people get their property maintenance under wraps. So please contact us and let me know where you live, and we can get you all the information. Our code enforcers have been out there and have been working very diligently. So we keep stats on all that as well, so I can share that with you if you have any questions. The last question from the same individual, same resident, was when it comes to the parking tickets for street sweeping night, the tickets are $10. That's the fine. And they question if that's enough. Should we raise that? That price is set, or that fee is set by the judicial side, so the Barberton Municipal Courts. So it has nothing to do with the mayor's office or the city of Barberton. Please contact them on changing that fine from $10 to whatever. We work very closely with the courts. $10 is not sure what you mean by sufficient or not, but that's the fee that has been in place through the judicial side. So please contact them with additional questions or wanting to change that. Next question, is there a plan in place to address the homeless population? And yes, we work with a lot of organizations, a lot of nonprofits here in Barberton and throughout Summit County who deal directly and indirectly with the homeless population. And most of the organizations we work with, we work hand in hand and actually boots on the ground, where we will go find homeless camps. We will work with those individuals and try to get them the help that they need. In most cases, there are cases where homeless individuals also have mental health issues and or substance abuse issues. So we bring in those professionals who can deal with individuals who have those types of issues. We work very closely, and we want to make sure we can do everything we can. These are humans who have come under certain situations. We want to make every provision we can to help them out. So yes, we help them out quite a bit with organizations here in town and throughout Summit County. Next question, what's going on with the gas line replacement program around Chrisman Park? Will they be replacing lines on Morgan Street? So we work very closely with Dominion East Ohio Gas. If your house is going to be affected and receive a new gas line, you should have received a letter in the mail from Dominion East Ohio Gas. Looking at my notes here, there are several blocks on Morgan Street that will be impacted with new gas lines. Based on the map that we have, it'll be on Morgan Street just west of Lloyd Street all the way to Charles Street going eastbound. So there's several blocks there on Morgan Street that will be affected and receiving new gas lines. But you should have received a letter. If you have any other questions, please contact my office. Next question deals with the proposed new Trucian Farm housing development, kind of on the south side of town. This is in the early stages. Are there plans to assure the water supply and pressure will be adequate with additional housing units? And yes, the engineers have put together and used these calculations on size of flow that are existing, what kind of pipes and what size of pipes and flow will be needed for the new housing. So they've done all those calculations, and as this materializes and comes to order, we will continue to work to make sure that there's enough flow and it doesn't affect existing homeowners in the area or the new housing that's going to be there as well. So we want to make sure that there's enough pressure and enough flow for everyone in that area. So yes, that's been a major topic as it comes to this project comes to fruition here. Last question is, when can we expect paving on Grandview to start? So Grandview is part of the 2023 residential paving program. It will be paved from 5th Street all the way to State Street, so several blocks there. The paving company will start this next week here. They are in town. There's 19 streets that we're working on with the contractor. So they're going to start somewhere in town. I'm not sure exactly when they will be on Grandview. We'll have more information as it comes out, and I'll relay that to you. The contractor will be putting out signs saying not to park on the side of the street there, to park in your driveway as they start the process. So when you see those signs go up, you know that the project is going to start here very shortly. So, but until then, I will get more information for you and send that out to you. I appreciate your questions. Keep them coming. I think this is going great. Love being transparent and sending all you this information and answering your questions. This is just another way that your administration and your city government is working with you. Any other questions, feel free to email me at mayor@cityofbarberton.com or call me at 330-848-6719. Have a good weekend, Barberton.